In this video, we're going to quickly and efficiently design a basic subwoofer enclosure in Fusion 360. Today we're going to design this enclosure based on some measurements that we've already taken from the vehicle, as well as measurements that were provided by the manufacturer of the speakers. We're also going to add some details to the sides and to the bottom of the enclosure that's going to aid in upholstering it. And also the nice part about this design method is the ease in which altering dimensions can be done after the model's created, whether that be for fitment or aesthetics, or to use this model for different vehicles. So we're going to go ahead and create a new file here, new design. We're going to create a sketch on the front plane. I'm going to pick the center rectangle tool. I'm going to snap to the origin. And our dimensions here for this enclosure should be 26 inches wide by 13 inches tall. Zoom out to fit this in. We're going to be putting 2 speakers in this enclosure. We want them to be centered on each respective half. We're going to create a construction line from the origin to the midpoint of this left side of the front of the box. Now we're going to select our center diameter circle tool. We're going to turn off construction lines. We're going to come over here to this construction line. We're going to snap to the midpoint. We're going to draw out our circle. The hole for the speaker needs to be 9.0625 inches, and then we'll press enter. And then we're going to go ahead and create a construction line. We're going to snap to the middle of the hole for the speaker, and we're going to come straight up for the mounting hole diameter, which is 9.7 inches divided by 2 because we're dealing with the radius. Now we're going to put in a hole for a T-nut that we're going to use to screw the speakers in. So we're going to select center diameter circle, snap to the end point of this radius line that we just drew. Those holes need to be 1/4 inch in diameter. We're going to type in 0.250, press enter. So that is the front of the box, sans the hole for the other speaker and the screw holes that go all the way around each speaker. We're going to show you how to do those pretty quickly in a future step. So we're going to hit finish sketch. Zoom out here, drop down my sketch list. I'm going to name this one box front. I'm going to create a new sketch. I'm going to use the right side plane. Let's rotate around here, select that plane. Now I'm going to hit P for project. I'm going to project this side of the front. Projection link is on. That way if we make any changes to this front, this projected line will change with it. We're going to hit OK, and I'm going to move the camera back to the right side here. Now the bottom of the box needs to be 10 inches deep. Type in 10, press enter, and the back of the box has to be at a 20-degree angle. So we're just going to sketch a line up here past the top of the box over here. And we're going to tab over to the angle, and we're going to type in 110 degrees. That'll give us our 20 off of 90. Hit enter. Select the line tool again. We're going to snap to this top point and just drag this straight over till it intersects with the back. Now we're going to use our trim tool, cut off this little extra edge. We're going to finish the sketch, and we're going to rename it side profile. Press enter. And next what we're going to do is create an extrusion based off of this side profile sketch that we just created. Direction, we're going to pick 2 sides. Extent type, we're going to go to object. We're going to click this point right here where the side is. And for side 2, same thing, to object. And we're going to come over here and click this point where the other side ends. We're going to hit OK. So now we have the overall shape and size of the box. This is all one solid mass. It's called body one right now. All right, for now we don't need these sketches. What we're gonna do is we're gonna divide this solid up into essentially boards, like something that we would cut on a CNC router. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna construct offset plane off of each face. So select our offset plane tool. I'm going to click the front face of the box. Now the material thickness that we're going to use is 0.75 inches. I'm going to type in minus 0.75, enter. I'm going to drop down my construction plane list here. I'm going to rename these as we go. This is going to be our, we'll call it the box front. Now I'm going to rotate around. We're going to repeat offset plane, minus 0.75. Rename this box rear. Repeat offset plane, minus 0.75. Rename this box top. Repeat offset plane, minus 0.75. Name this box bottom. Repeat offset plane, minus 0.75. We'll rename that box right. And one last time, repeat offset plane, minus 0.75, enter. We'll call this plane box left. All right, so we basically have our solid with a plane that's 0.75 inches away from each face. I can hide these construction planes now, and we're going to start splitting the solid up into boards. So I'm going to go over here to click the modify drop down. I'm going to click split body. Bodies to split is our model. Splitting tools, I'm going to select the box front plane. I'm going to hit OK. Now we've split this into two different bodies. One of them is the front, the rest is everything else. So I'm going to rename this body to box front. We're going to do the same thing for each side now. Repeat split body. Bodies to split is the main body. Splitting tool is this plane. Rename this box rear. Repeat split body. We're going to use the box top plane, hit OK. Box top. Splitting tools is the box bottom, hit OK. Splitting tools is box right. Box right. And for the last side, we'll use the box left plane. We'll rename this body to box left. So now we have 6 sides of the box, and we also have what's left over inside. So this, I'm going to call this airspace, because that's essentially what it is. I'm also going to right click this and select physical material, and in gas I'm going to select air, drag it over right onto that body. Now a nice side note about this, if we wanted to see the internal volume of this box, we can just right click airspace, go to properties, and here's our volume right here, 1714.747 cubic inches. We just plug that into a calculator, find our cubic footage of the inside of this box. All right, so next thing, we're going to turn our sketches back on. We don't need this side profile sketch, so we're just going to use the front profile. We're going to create an extrude for the speaker hole. You rotate it around. I'm going to turn off the box rear body so I can see the back of the front of it. And extent type, we're going to change to object. We're going to select, let me turn off airspace, select the back face of the front of the box, hit OK. Now we need to put this hole for the T-nut. Same thing, extrude, extend type to object, select the back face, hit OK. Now, what we can do is we can turn off our sketch for now. We can create a pattern of this hole right here. So let's hit the pattern tool, or we can subsequently go create pattern, circular pattern. So I'm going to hit the circular pattern button here. Object type is features. Objects will be this extrude that we just made. Axis, we're going to select the diameter of the circle. And quantity, we need 8 holes. We'll hit OK. Now we're going to hit create mirror. Object type should be features. Object should be our circular pattern, our initial screw hole, and the hole for the speaker. And we're going to select a mirror plane, which is this one right here. Hit OK. There's our 2 speaker holes with the screw holes as well. All right, let's turn off all of the faces or all of the bodies except for the bottom. We're going to rotate around to the bottom of the model. I'm going to create a new sketch on this face. I'm going to draw a center line from one side of the box to the other. I'm going to hit O for offset. Click this line. We want to put a little 3/16 notch in here to tuck the carpet in when we're upholstering this box. So we're going to type in 3/16 divided by 2. Then we're going to do the same thing again. O for offset. This time it goes in the other direction, so it's minus 3/16 divided by 2. Now we need to carry this over to the sides of this particular board. So we're going to hit our 2-point rectangle tool, and we're going to snap to one of these endpoints here, and we're going to type in 3/16 for the width, hit enter, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. 2-point rectangle, snap, 3/16, enter. All right, let's finish that sketch. We're going to call this carpet notch bottom. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to extrude cut this section here. We want to go minus 3/16 inch deep. We'll hit enter, and then this little guy and that little guy are extrude cuts to the top face of this board. We'll hit OK. We turn off this sketch now. So now we have a notch 3/16 deep by 3/16 wide on the outside of this box. All right, now we're going to do the same thing around the sides of the box. So I'm going to turn both of those bodies back on. I'm going to create a sketch on this face, 2-point rectangle. This is 3/16 by 3/16, enter. And the same over here. We need to finish this sketch first. We're going to call that carpet notch left. Create a new sketch on the right face, 2-point rectangle, 3/16 by 3/16. I'm going in the wrong direction here, I believe. Let me zoom in here. All right, 3/16 by 3/16, enter. Finish sketch. We'll call this carpet notch right. All right, now we're going to create a sweep of this little square that we just drew. We're going to click that square. For path, we're going to come around. We're going to select the edges of this board. We're going to hold down Control to select all of them. Operation is cut. we're going to hit OK. So there's that notch. We're going to just repeat the same process for the other side. Create sweep, profile, we're going to select a little square, and for path we're going to select the 4 edges of this board, holding down control. We're going to hit OK. Turn off that sketch. Let me turn my bodies back on. And that is our enclosure here. So one thing that we can do if we need to change the size of this, whether it be that it doesn't fit in the vehicle like we thought it was, or say a different vehicle comes in, we want to use the same basic design but different dimensions. If we turn on our box front and our side profile sketches here and right click each one and say show dimension, we can basically change any of these values and the model will update automatically. So for instance, say we need this box to be 28 inches wide. We can just double click that dimension, type in 28, press enter, boom, it's done. Say it can't be 13 inches wide, it has to be 12 inches or 12 inches tall. Hit enter, done. If the size of the speaker needs to be 9 inches, done, and it automatically updated the other side. If the bolt hole diameter, we'll say, is 4.75, it automatically updated all of the holes. Another thing we can do here, turn these sketches off for a second, is say we're not using 0.75 inch thick material. Say we are using something that's 0.7. We could just go into modify, select change parameters. We'll drop down the model, unsaved model parameters. Let me expand this window a little bit. Now from here to here, those are all of our offset planes that we created. If we just drop these down, say our material is 0.7 instead of 0.75, we can just change these values to 0.7. Hit OK, and the model updates automatically. If we're to measure from here to here, this will be 0.7 now, 0.7 inches. So that's a quick and easy way to design a basic enclosure that's very adaptable for pretty much a lot of scenarios that you might arise for or might encounter for different vehicles, different woofers, etc. I hope you learned something from that, and if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. In future videos, we're probably going to do more of this kind of thing. We're probably going to have one coming up very soon where we show how to set up the cam for this particular model so you can cut this out on your CNC machine. Until next time, I thank you very much for watching.